Seattle Connected, the show that connects you with entrepreneurs, business people, movers and shakers in our community. I think I said it all. Letting you know who they are before they become household names, which we know they soon will be. Today with me is a special guest. She always knows the tempo. She knows the flow of the room. And we're not just talking about the music that she plays, which she is a seasoned veteran and she does it like no one else can. She is also a teacher of music theory. She does a lot of things, but I'm going to let you get to know this queen yourself today. The amazing, the one like no other. Trust me. DJ Afreesha, my friend Afreesha. What's up?
Hello, hello.
How was the intro?
Ooh, you said a mouthful there.
All right, cool. Good. Yes. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
We've been trying to do this for a few months now. We've attended events. We've worked together for an event recently. And look at that, man. Now you're right here in our presence, ready to bless the community. So thank you for showing up and being here. I like the bracelet.
Thank you.
That's fire. Yeah. Well, I like the whole ensemble, but that bracelet is like, yeah, man, that's nice. So, Afreesha, I already know your story, but do you mind telling the people at home, are you a Washington native or where are you from?
Absolutely. Thank you for having me on Seattle Connected. A pleasure
to
finally be here. Yes, I am born and raised Pacific Northwest, East Side, Bellevue.
Okay.
So I've been here a little while.
Yeah. Okay, so this is home, right?
Home. I do have some family over in LA.
Yes.
Down south.
Yes.
Going to see them pretty soon. I'm excited. Mom's side of the family, Watts, Compton.
Okay.
Shout out LA.
Yeah, shout out LA. Didn't you go to school down there?
I did. I attended the Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandise in Los Angeles, and I graduated with my degree in merchandise, product development, meaning I could assemble a whole entire line of apparel from fiber to fabric.
When are you going to do that?
I did start a streetwear company a couple years ago. It's still in the process.
Nice.
It's called Afrozik.
Ooh.
It's cross-cultural streetwear. So it takes fabrics from around the world, India, Africa, Latin America, and it kind of synthesizes them all into different kind of garments.
Wow. Yeah, look at you. Okay. How's that going?
Everything is well.
Yeah.
Still in the design stages, but it's good.
Yeah, that's good. You have passion behind it too. You were like, yes. Saw the smile on your face. That's good. That's very good. So I don't want to rush things, but I'm just really excited. I want to talk about your love for music, because that's something that I think, upon knowing people who knew you before we officially met, it kind of stood out to me, because I think in the world of DJing, you don't find a lot. There's a lot more, but you don't find a lot of females in that. And it's not just you being in it, like you really love music. And so I was like, oh yeah, she's dope, because you're not just a pretty face. You do have a pretty face, but you're not just a pretty face. Like, you have talent, and you like really have a flair for like catering to the audience, and not just your own preference of like what you want to hear, because we've all gone to events and where it seems like the DJ is just playing what they want to hear. And you're like, the audience isn't even into this. Like, what are you doing? Like, sorry, this is supposed to be about you. So let's talk about your passion for DJing events, and how did that come about? And
absolutely, that's a loaded question.
Yes,
but let me see what I can
yes.
what I can do with it. My passion started, my parents acquired a lot of music when I was young from around the world. They had it on all different kind of mediums, vinyls, tapes, records, cassettes, MP3, CD, you name it, they had it. And they really had an aficionado for collecting world music. And as a young kid from the 90s, that was an interesting era. I was right on the cusp of technology right before, you know, the internet era kind of took off. And I had this passion, not just for music, but for technology as well. And I just never stopped, I think, pioneering. I was really drawn to those big old sound systems. When I was young, I had a fascination for them, and I said, wow, I really love the way how, you know, it's one thing to play the song. It's another thing to be the person behind the control, you know, really shape-shifting and manipulating time and flow, like you said. And so
it's an art.
It really is an art. And I got to further expand that art 2015 over at Bellevue College when I was the marketing officer. And I was the DJ for the very first reggae dance hall night that we had, which the African Student Association and the Black Student Union came together. We said we love the same kind of music, we want to have this event. And it just jumped off from there. And from there I had DJ'd, I think something that you had asked me, you said what was some of the most back-to-back gigs that I had done. I used to have a residency 3 nights per week. I would have a Monday night reggae residency at Monkey Loft, and then I would have a oh my gosh, I think I was doing like maybe Thursday nights or Saturday nights, and then I was doing Sunday nights from here and there. And at that time, I think I might have only been 22. So I was the youngest Black female DJ in Seattle to have 3 residencies in a week.
I thought you were 22 now.
Oh.
Hey, come on now.
Black doesn't crack.
No, it doesn't. And that is a fact, too. Shout out to the ancestors. Wow. How did you have the time and the energy?
I get that question a lot. How did I have time and energy to really kind of develop and perfect what I have going on now? It wasn't that I had the time. I think God in life really forced me to make it. You have to make it happen.
Right.
When I first got my DJ control board, it was probably about the best time. I had just completed school at Bellevue. I was awaiting my decision, my acceptance from the Fashion Institute in LA. It was right in that time I got my control board. And I quit my job. I was working at Bank of America, and I quit. I was like, bye. I'm like, y'all doing too much, and I gotta go. So, not calling no names, but no, I'm just kidding.
I say, listen, you can call people's names out on this show. Just don't call out their full names and no racist stuff. Other than that, hey, you at home. Say what you need to say.
No, I had just knew in my life from a young age, my first instrument was actually guitar. I played guitar for 10 years, and as soon as I picked up DJing, I couldn't put it down because now everything was electronic, so you don't have to carry a bunch of vinyls and crates everywhere. There's still some people who do, but that's kind of heavy. So as soon as everything became digital, I feel like I really made the investment in the technology and the time. I would say because I was finished from school, I wasn't working, I was collecting unemployment, ka-ching, ka-ching, get those coins. No,
let's not promote that. Come on.
No.
What are we doing?
No, it just so happened it was a time in my life, a period where I had the time. I don't think it was that I made it. I think life just created a way. And I knew in that moment, I said, I really have to take advantage of the time that I've been given. So for a week straight, I did nothing but mixtapes every single day for a week. I locked myself in my room. I did genres from hip hop, Afro beats, reggae. I just recorded and released a mixtape every day, and by the end of that week I probably had about 8-10 mixtapes. I just put them all out on SoundCloud, and that was it. And that was the most crucial time in my life where I got down because I was going at it. I had got down the basics. I think I got down everything, and everything after you get the foundation was the application.
Well, wait, one more time. You said it again. That was nice. I like that. Poetry in motion.
Thank you.
What was that?
I was saying,
once you get the
foundation,
okay,
everything else is just application.
Wow. Everything else is just application. That's true, right? She's like, yep. I'm standing on it. What's the transition like from you kind of doing your thing, letting everyone have a good time, to you being a teacher? Because I know you work with the youth. Shout out to the youth, right?
Right.
Yeah. How is that teaching these young minds about music?
Absolutely. Having been a young mind before, I've walked that pathway. And so having come out on a different side, the other side, I've been DJing for 10 years, almost. And from what I've learned, they say to become a professional takes about 10,000 hours. So say if you do about 10,000 hours in about 10 years, that's about on average, just average it out. That's about 1,000 hours in a year. Okay. Well, I knew, having been a young person, participating in different programs just as a youth, anything from computer programming, digital arts design, fashion, I understand that it's very important to make sure that our community has options to try different things, to be exposed and to learn and to know. And it's up to us as adults to share that knowledge with the youth and make sure that they have productive things to do, that they have skills that are going to allow them to be productive young adults, but also they have a plethora or a platter, if you will, of different things to choose and apply. And if you haven't been down that road, if you haven't been somebody who has participated in those kind of things, you're not really going to be somebody who would know. Or maybe you may have been one of those students who didn't get the opportunity or didn't get the chance. And because I've had those opportunities, I understand what it means to make sure other people have that opportunity as well. And so the first 10,000 hours, it went like this. I think I was just doing it, going through the motion, going through the routine and learning the basic skills. But once I hit those 10,000 hours, looking back now, 10 years later, I said, okay, check it out. I don't want my next 10,000 hours to look the same how my first 10,000 hours did. So I said this. When I came back from LA, I graduated in the pandemic. That was crazy. Graduated from a fashion institute in a pandemic. Came back out to Washington. I said, I need to get into something that I know that will pay me money. I come from the finance industry already, so I just ended up going back, but with a different financial institution. And while I was doing that, I had a network in Seattle already, and I was trying to get an idea around who could I work with, but moreover, who could I partner with to implement a youth DJing program of some type, whether it's an after-school program, a late night, a summer program, a spring break, a mid-break, whatever. How could I do this? I was invited by Seattle Public School to host after-school DJ club for 3 months last year at Denny Middle School. It's phenomenal. Those kids had a ball. Yeah. And the program actually was picked up by Seattle Drum School. Now I teach DJing over there. I've done workshops. I've had collaborations. Yeah. And now I am the assistant manager there over at Seattle Drum School at the Georgetown location. You better say that, girl. Come on now. So I feel very happy and very privileged to be able to bring this technology, especially to our young people who may not otherwise have the chance to do so.
Yeah, I like that, and I love your energy too. I think the kids are like, oh, she's the cool teacher. You know, we really? all wanted the cool teacher, and that's cool that you're helping them develop their talents and, you know, see that there's so many ways to express yourself, you know, not just reading a book or playing sports, but there's so many things you can gravitate towards. And like you were saying, with technology where it's at now, it's like there's so many more options as far as even taking lessons if you want to be a DJ or learn how to play the piano or anything else because it's just my thought. I was thinking piano, and then I was thinking about you talking about you play the guitar.
What about
like,
you? Because I know
oh boy, let's not do this. Let's not do this. This is
okay.
about you.
No. Real quick, we could flip the script though.
Oh boy.
Because I know that you also have DJ'd.
Yes, I have.
Tell me about that.
We don't need to talk about that. But since you threw it out there, real quick, yeah. You know what? I love DJing. I loved. I did like a lot of weddings. Yes. And that's always cool to kind of set the tone for people coming into the reception, to the first dance and everything else. I really loved it. I just didn't have as much time because I was dabbling into my hip hop music that I do. I have some on Apple and Spotify right now if you want to go on there. And I wanted to, so I'm going to turn the tables. So when are we going to get to work on something together?
You know, I
can't afford you, honey.
No. I'm still bopping to that last track that you premiered at Guess Beanie's.
Yeah, you got to throw that out there.
Walk by Faith, but your track was fire. I wasn't ready.
Okay?
Oh, okay. It was. Right. Oh Lord. Okay, just blessings, because that song was, and I don't know which I liked better, honestly, the song itself or the choreography that went along with making the music video. And so if y'all haven't checked it out, be sure to check him out on YouTube. You
know what? If I could afford you, I would hire you to be my publicist. You were the best. Come on. People think I paid you to say that. But Afreesha, we'll just call this part 1 because we have to do another interview and we're going to go even deeper. And you got to tell me about that biopic that they're going to start working on of your life and how I can be a part of that. Can I produce it?
Absolutely.
That'd be dope.
And if there's anybody else out there in Seattle looking for any opportunities for rehearsal spaces, instruments, lessons, venues, you can reach me at Afreesha Creative on Instagram. That's AFREESHA CREATIVE. You can also reach me at Afreesha Creative at gmail.com. You can check me out as well.
Please.
I have a creative club offering financial resources for just creative arts industry. So I'm happy to help however I can. And thank you, David, for having me today.
Wow. Thank you so much. Are you going to come back?
I'll be back.
You better. I'm going to hold you to that, please. Oh yeah, your hair looks nice too.
Thank you.
You gotta give our queens their flowers, man. They deserve it. They always show up and show out. Well, thank you so much for all the work you're doing in our community, and you have fun while you're doing it too. So that makes it even more rewarding, and the impact that you are having on people's lives from young to old. I mean, there's no greater feeling than knowing that something that you're doing because you love it is being well received. That's an amazing feeling. So thank you so much, Afreesha, for being here. And man, I look forward to everything you have happening in the future because I know it's going to be even more success, more blessings, which you deserve. And I'm going to stay in touch so I could be a part of that just in the background. Like, I know her, Afreesha. That's my... And then we can work on something together, man, and bring it out to the people. I'm going to hold you to that too.
Thank you, King.
And thank you guys for watching always. And like I say, it's important to take care of others, but please make sure you take time to take care of yourself. Until next time, stay connected. Peace.